Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast. Today we have a few topics to go over and mainly explain where we've been over the last few days. To be honest,
I'll jump in there, right?
Thank you.
I'll hold my hand up and I'll say I'm sorry. The reason that we didn't upload for give or take 2 weeks was down to me. Something went on in my personal life that I won't get into that had me mental health pretty bad.
but on a different note and a bit of a more funnier topic, what type of crypts do you prefer on a sambo?
Crips and
King, you got to be king for me.
we can't do crips on a sample.
What?
I've never done it in my life.
What?
But then you have some people who can't eat crisp raw only if it's like certain flavour, like ready salt.
I know, but that's one thing like you have to try is a good old crypt sambo.
Bread, butter, king.
Or
Or whatever you
walkers,
prefer.
personally for
No,
me.
no.
But they actually are nice.
I've never had a crisp roll in my whole life.
Oh my
you
god. Are you serious?
Never.
I remember in primary school, I'm going to daybreak. King roll bring in for lunch.
Yeah. I remember going to daybreak and just robbing the whole
Yeah,
Well,
I know you from somewhere.
Why are you around with your sister?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh. Remember we used to have we used to have our bag open a little bit.
Oh yeah. We
Packet of jellies, yep.
standing in the queue with our school bags open and we go, right, when I turn around you just
Mike
stick
and Ike's
stick
bag.
a
M&M's.
no, what was it? We started off with Boost Bar. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Stick that Boost Bar in me bag.
That turned into Big Zappers,
Yeah.
Red Bull,
Don't-
2 Euro XAs, Muju.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, but I think one of the days coming back from school, somebody was like turned around to me and said, "Look, Ant, I wouldn't quite have." And I was like, "No, no." I knew already. I was like,
no, I know
"No."
what you're talking about.
And then
That was
as we
me.
left the shop, he stuck it out and it was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, that was me, right? No,
'Cause-
shop isn't there anymore,
Yeah.
thankfully. But
Yeah. Speaking of shops, right? So where I work, I'm not going to say where I work, but I'd say a lot of people know already. Some young fella like runs up to me, like runs up towards my section I was working in our breath, right?
yeah.
And I was like, "The fuck's going on here?" And I dropped like, what did I drop? I dropped something on the ground anyway, like, and he picks it up and I was like, "Oh, nice one." And he's still like out of breath, he can't breathe, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like,
Is there something wrong with you?
who's
Like,
sprinting around in
Would you have asthma?
that the shop that I work in?"
Was he have asthma?
No, so then he goes, "Can I stand in there," pointing towards like the back of the store, and I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Oh, it's just some young fellas are coming in to kill me," and I was like, he's there like toward the end, right? And I was like, "Young fellas gonna kill you? What?" And he was like, "Yeah, can I please come in there?" And I was like, and as I'm like thinking about it, this young fella walks up and he goes, like he's like squaring up to him, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I should have just let the kid hide."
Oh.
Yeah.
And then my boss came over and had to let the young fellas out the back of the shop, out the back way, because these are the young fellas who were going to kill them. You wouldn't guess why he wanted to kill them.
Why?
You know, beside where my shop is, there was like a carnival kind of thing. Like there was a couple of... When they were on like one of the rides, this other group started sticking their middle fingers up at them. And when they thought it was a mess and did it back, they followed them into the shop saying they were going to kill them.
Oh.
Ah.
Yes, my man told me a story before I left that 2 11-year-olds, you had a one-on-one, if you will. Like
Was that
stab-
today?
I think
In
today.
English,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about
Yeah.
this.
Just obviously one stabbed the other. Like they stabbed each other.
Yeah.
And I heard about
That was
this.
alright, but-
Yeah, basically, the school didn't bother ringing the parents to let them know to get down to get their child. It's a granddad that put up a status on Facebook saying, "Parents, you better get down and get your child out of the school because there's had to be a stabbing."
Now hold on a second.
They didn't
What
ring the
11?
parents.
So they stabbed each other.
One
That's what I heard,
one
yeah.
stabbed a young fella because he was being picked on, and basically the school acted like it was nothing and didn't bother calling any parents
What?
except for the one
fuck?
of the child that was involved.
That's I find that crazy because see when I was 11 and I used to get like knocks in school, like it'd just be like bare knuckles, like
Yeah.
That's
one,
what I want to know what it
Yeah,
is. Let's go.
Tuber shanks now.
Yeah, the world is turned to like, oh, people need weapons. It's like, get a grip.
It won't be long before we start seeing 1911s going into the bloody school, man.
They already have that in America. I just remember using fists and all.
Yeah,
That's rare now.
honestly, yeah.
Unfortunately, that's
But yeah,
sad.
I'll still use fists to this day.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but
it's-
no,
no,
it's a
I'm
bit
sorry.
different these days because when you're a kid, you can get into a fight and it's grand. Like the repercussions
Now
aren't there.
fighting as an adult, you're fighting for your life.
arrested. No,
You're not even fighting for your life, but you can actually get in trouble.
in prison.
Like as an adult, your punch is actually that strong that like if you hit the person like
Oh,
at
you
the
can
right
bounce the
part of
ball.
the head,
Yeah.
Or kill
and
them.
they fall and hit their head, like they can die, and it's like really like serious. So that's why you just walk away from trouble unless you have
I
to.
think even
fight, you know
Tyson
what I mean?
Fury saying before, even in boxing, they're one punch away from being dead or paralysed.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
it's
mad.
like one of the most dangerous sports in the world, and that's why like most of the time
Oh,
you
it
see
is
like
dangerous, yeah.
Behind bowling.
yeah in
Behind bowling.
in like Olympic events they were like, wearing proper helmets and all now, like
Yeah.
but like and obviously the paid for shoes is like they're not wearing anything, just their boxers and their gloves. That's it. Now, if the actual boxers, I still wouldn't mind paying that much money, you know, getting them in.
But
Only the women's event though.
Oh, bro, I was saying you even get into prison for fighting as an adult. As
yeah,
well.
like you get caught fighting, and like that's an actual
Guarded, like, yeah.
Charge
yeah.
against the law, like yeah.
Like,
Prison as well, but like, yeah, would prison like scare you?
no, from videos that I've seen, if you keep yourself, like I've heard this from people who have actually gone to prison, if you just keep to yourself, mind your own business, just
And
It'll
don't be
go
an
by.
easy target, like.
It's
but if someone tries to put up to you, make sure you defend yourself. You don't
I'd say
sit
it'd be a
there
bad
and go
s-
to
no,
guards.
I'd say-
You
no, I'd
stand
say-
there, stand your ground.
I'd say it'd be a bad spot, but it wouldn't scare me though.
No,
look.
It's
I-
probably easy for me to say that now though.
I have friends and friends of friends who have been to prison. Yeah,
Yeah.
and let me tell you,
Oh, it's a bad
it's
place.
no place for people like us.
Yeah.
We'd be fucked in there, 100%.
Because I know, like, if I was to, like, or someone got smart, I'm definitely fighting back, like.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fighting back, but then
They have about 6
what about
people.
their mates? Yeah, and what about they know how to make fucking
Kettle,
weapons in there?
Boil hot water and sugar,
You're
put it on the
fucked.
face.
yeah.
You're fucked. If you don't know enough people in there, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, if you don't know enough people in there, you're fucked.
Especially over here in prison.
Yeah.
I don't know what's like anywhere else.
And here, try
Oh, worse, way worse.
like you think, like I don't know stuff that you have on the outside, like that you just take for granted. If you're in prison, like
That's all gone for you.
yeah, but I know you might have tellies in there and all, but you're stuck to the same four walls most of the time for a certain amount of time. Like it's not, you'll be fucked. Like,
Like,
honestly.
especially if you're in there for like life or a good couple of years.
And good luck if you get put in there with a chomo.
What? How much would it take for you to do a year in Mountjoy? 5 grand. Would you do it?
$5 grand for a year.
10 grand.
Yeah, 10 grand then.
10 grand you do a year in the Joy.
Yeah.
Or like rob a bank, get 10 grand, and you probably do a bit more than a year.
Yeah. Financial advice you get back later.
Yeah.
Stash it.
A bit of a deeper topic here, right? But the topic of happiness has been a big thing for me, especially in the last 2 weeks, right? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy do you think you are?
I'll be realistic and give maybe a 7.
Santa?
Realistically, about 3-4.
Okay. Everyone's at different parts of their life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
me, what I realised was that I thought I was a 10 out of 10 happiness in the position that I was in not so long ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And then a major thing happened in my life that all you have to do is have half a brain to know what I'm on about. That when that part of my life ended, it was like, oh shit, like I'm in this on my own on this road. And how often would you say you cry? Like, be real.
Not often.
Not
to be honest.
often, just very rare occasions.
Like, so
Obviously from time to time, but like
if you said like in the last year, how many times?
Probably once, if even.
no,
Well,
I'd
actually,
say
no, I
it's
say 3 or 4 times. Actually, no, last year, yeah.
I'd say probably around 8.
For I like tend to cry like a lot, Not like, I don't mean like I cry every day, like I'm not like saying anything like that. But don't take it the wrong way, like crying isn't like, oh you're a bitch or you're a girl. Like it
no,
is
that's what it's
actually,
made out to be.
It is, unfortunately, yeah.
if
For
you
men, it is, yeah.
own up to it, like you say, yeah, I'm fucking sad. Like the manly thing to do is to let it out, cry, like get it out there. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't mean take your camera out and go, oh look at me, I'm sad. I mean if you just own up to like I'm sad right now. I'm gonna sit with this. Like for example, right? Yous know, because yous are my best mates. Yous know how much I love football. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played in the Josh Dunn Memorial Tournament for 2 years in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
And on the third year it happened, his memorial, I wasn't playing and I was on the sideline. I went straight from work when I finished my shift to watch. I caught the second game and I was standing on the sideline watching. And the reason I wasn't playing was because I lost myself due to drugs and alcohol. Found myself in a rut. Had to quit the sport I love. Lost friends for a certain period of time. Lost family, like so. Found myself just in a rut. And as I was standing on the side of the pitch watching, I was like, I could have been out there playing for a third year in a row, but I'm not because I let myself down. I made bad mistakes, right? And that whole walk home, bawling my eyes out. Like I'm in public
Like
and
you were filled with regret.
like regret, disappointment, sadness, anger, like you
All of
name
it, yeah.
a bad feeling, I had it. And I walked back to my house, right? Tears are pouring, and I'm not even like, you know, like crying, like you know, like moaning, like being like, like
No, just
tears are just pouring, right? Couldn't go home. I got to my garden and I was like, I can't stop crying. I just got back out, walked. I met up with my ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, what's wrong? And I couldn't even talk. I was like just put me eyes was absolutely like just letting the tears go. Like tears was just coming and coming and I couldn't stop them. And then when I eventually came around, I was like I want to play football, do you get me?
Yeah.
Like that's all I want to do. And it's mad how like, oh, you only play Sunday league, like why is it such a big deal? But like it actually is, like, do you know what I mean? Like imagine if someone told you you can't go gym anymore, like how would that feel?
Yeah, that wouldn't feel good. Though.
Like you can never go gym again. It's like, oh, why not? Because you made mistakes by doing drugs, drinking a lot. So, you know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah.
But when I had the big changing point in my life last week, that had me down for a couple of days and had me not wanting to post any videos or anything. And I get like we're not like famous. There were like people that relying on us to post, but.
Yeah.
There is people out there that enjoy our content. There's also people that really hate our content.
Yeah, me and Ando, isn't it? Right? We had a, let's say, fan interaction at McDonald's. Isn't
We
it?
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yesterday it was.
We used to go after the gym to get a shamrock shake, dirty bug, you know.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling, waiting for it. And someone's like, "Oh, what's up?" And someone we know.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, what's up?" And all. And then we go on to, "Is you guys seen the podcast?" And I say, "Yeah, we get a lot of hate comments." And so yeah, we just keep going. He was like, "Yeah, I see Nathan get some as well."
Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's
get
a- Nathan
I
gets-
just turned around, it's like, name! Have you seen
Yeah,
how much I get?
He was like, "Ando gets a fan."
My point was just that, like, even though, like when we weren't uploading, people just forgot about us because we're not, like,
We're not famous to the point where it's
Yeah,
like,
we're not
why
the
is
happy
that
hour
uploading?
podcast. Relax.
we're kind of just in the fake it till we make it stage. Like we're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I get that people weren't relying on us to post, but when I was sitting there and I was like, I could be editing, I could, not just like got to do with like the podcast and like the game channel and my personal channel, because at the end of the day, like I don't get paid for that shit. It's just kind of to, you know, work towards
Oh yeah.
whatever.
Keeping your mind occupied is
Like,
That's the way to put it as well.
Yeah.
not just the whole TikTok and YouTube thing. Even like I was like, I could be going on a run right now. I could be playing football, but now I'm sitting there feeling sorry for myself. What day is it today? Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
Villa just beat Brewers 3-1, and I'm going to the second leg next week. So that's like very
at the
good.
time of recording.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's gonna be put that
Sunday was 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and feeling sorry for myself again, and I was like, oh, why does life do this now? And I just had it like a moment. I was like, do you know what? I'm better than this. And I went on a jog. The next day I went to training. The next day, which is today, I was like, do you know what? We're recording.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just tunnel vision now.
Yeah, just
you're-
get
you're
your
on-
shit
you're,
done.
You're on a roll now.
Yeah.
It's like you don't care what anyone else says. It's about you, and you're not like trying
Yeah.
to feel sorry or let anyone else feel sorry for you. It's just if anyone's gonna help yourself in this world, it's yourself.
Yeah.
No one will
No one's
save
coming
you,
to save you.
That's it,
Yeah. 100%.
As I was saying, you were saying feeling sorry for yourself. I've been like that like plenty of times. Like
Yeah.
all I'd look forward to is going to the gym.
Yeah.
It'd be especially at like night because there was times I was jobless and couldn't sleep. I'm like, yeah, I feel sorry for myself.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, right, I'll just do the gym next day. That's all I wanted to do.
As a man, like I say, as a man, like that's a very stereotypical thing to say. But like as a man, you have to just sometimes say, "Fuck my feelings. I need to do what's right."
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's unfortunately true.
yeah. But
You have
women. So I found it a good way to put it. Right, women are like skin, and men are like muscles. Right, or like muscle.
Yeah.
So through trauma or like pain, muscles grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But through pain, skin tears and wears.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So women are like skin, so that if it gets damaged, it's like you have a scar or whatever. But
But
men are like muscles, so
that
that if
builds
you
them.
damage it, it builds them.
Bills, yeah.
And that's what you need. You posted a video, a 16-year-old
Yeah,
man
yeah.
or a 24-year-old boy. I'll put that on the screen. That's a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
way to put it. It all depends on how much trauma or how much character building
Oh, yeah, you got
that
to
a man has been through.
That's true.
And personally, like if you see my behaviour in the previous podcast episodes, I feel like I haven't really gone through as much. So you see me acting all silly, immature, but yeah, I'm the oldest out of the group.
Yeah, but that's
Compared-
not like that's not even a.
But it's never too late anyway, though.
For me personally, right, the person growing up close to me, like the adult in my life that I looked up to, like as a family member, I'm not gonna say like who, but
Yeah.
a family member of mine that I looked up to the most was the most immature, right? Like he would have like childish jokes and he'd be real like more up to having a laugh than being serious. But that's what you need in life. Like, do you know how people are like, oh, grow up? Like they come to their videos, oh, you need to grow up, mate, or
Yeah.
something. It's like if you let that child version of you go, like you know the little version.
No, we
Do
all
you-
have a bit of like, we all have like a child version of us.
And if you let that go, you're gonna live a miserable life. Because if you don't have fun, if you don't like the
Or have a
child,
laugh, yeah.
the child version of me wants to play football. The adult version was like, nah, fuck football. But when I let football go, as I said, I cried me
you
eyes
lost
out.
yourself.
Yeah.
So you need to keep like that
healthy
little
balance,
stuff. Like, for example, like I don't know, the child version of you that had certain hobbies, certain interests that you're like, yeah, I'm never gonna let that go. I'm never gonna let that humor go. That like even sometimes when you're, you know, like in a laughy mood or something, it's like, here, grow up. It's like, no, let me fucking have a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need to be fucking
Happy,
happy.
and,
Yeah.
like try not to let like world events bring you down.
Yeah.
Like just get up, move on, stay
Or another
focused
thing
on
is wake
yourself.
up every day and try and make yourself proud instead of happy.
Yeah.
Because you'll be happy a lot of the time then.
You know, a good way, a good thing that I learned, right, is that wake up and try be future you's inspiration, right? So if you're waking up and you go, I can go to the gym today, step one.
Yeah.
I can go on a run today, or I can in real life, right, see someone and go, I like your shoes, or oh, I like your clothes, or like talk to someone,
Be the
compliment
person
someone,
you want to be.
so that
Or,
you see in like 3 months time, right?
Yeah.
When you're feeling shit and you don't feel confident enough to go out and talk to strangers and compliment strangers or have conversations with people you don't know. So you're lying there and you're like, oh shit. You'll think back to 3 months ago when you did have confidence and you go, do you know what? Yeah, I did it before. I can do this.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're constantly inspiring your future self. So if you wake up and you can do something productive, positive,
Do it,
yeah.
so that you're inspiring the future you. And that's why it's constantly just a cycle. Keep doing that. But back to my original question, right? Was about happiness. As I said, I thought I was 10 out of 10 happiness when I was in my old life.
Yeah.
And then I hit
Would you get hit by reality?
reality was, oh shit, I'm in this on my own. And then over the past couple of days when I realised that I'm proud of myself and I'm happy with myself, that you don't need anyone to be happy. So I'd say I'm at about a 6 or a 7 at happiness out of 10. But with that's still rebuilding from such a
Eventful.
eventful week.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, Anthony, you don't have to answer this, and I'll cut this part out if you want me to. But you can only say a 3 or 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I've been there before. I'm sure at times, Scan, you've been like, oh yeah, I'm 3 or 4 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
What if you had to answer the question of what would it take to bump that up 2 or 3 or 4 numbers? What would it be?
I don't even know at this moment in time.
Well,
It's just
you asking just Anto or?
Yeah,
or just asking
you said you're like a 7, so
happiness like.
yeah.
Ah.
So for you to be 2 or 3 up, you'll be a 10 out of 10 happiness. And let's be real, like there's not many people in the world who are 10 out of 10 happiness.
No, there's not.
But for someone who's 3 or 4 happiness, like Anto said, like, is there anything like, is it confidence? Is it money? Is it
that would probably be the key factor at the moment. Is just
confidence?
yeah. I severely lacking it. I just
Yeah.
I don't know like how to go about things by like explaining myself. So it's
Yeah,
just
I get you.
like most of the time I'm just like yeah sure, or it's just my mind's just like
Yeah.
away. Like I try just to get
So I
through
think what
days
obviously helped me, it probably helped you as well. It's like getting a job and all. You're like out a lot. You're not like you're a bit away from home, but like you're just seeing new people every day.
Yeah, like
That's like you're meant to be constantly meeting new humans, new personalities, like talking, and you know what I mean. That's good for the head, like you know what I mean. But alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it, right? Because Anto mentioned confidence. I went through a breakup, right? And for anyone that's went through it or is going through it, like it's hard, but you will get through it. And when my confidence was up here, a breakup just does that. Boom. No confidence. It's like you have all these questions: am I good enough? Am I am I a problem or whatever? But now, like, I'm working
You
on
start
it.
feeling like guilty. You know?
Yeah, like guilt and regret and like all them negative feelings. Like it hurts, and it causes. You might think, oh, it's just like you're feeling hurt up here, but it causes physical fatigue and physical damage
You don't
to
want
yourself.
to eat and all that.
Like you don't want to eat, you don't want to get up out of bed, you don't look after yourself. But now I will say that period didn't last long. It was a couple of days, and now I'm working myself. Like I'm going like this now the past couple of days,
Oh yeah.
like really improving. But like you have to do all them positive steps. Like as I said, I went on a jog, and then I went to football training, and then I said, right, we're gonna record an episode. So
That's the thing. It's hard to get back into a rhythm
Yeah.
at first, but once you're in it, you're on a roll.
yeah.
all it takes is you wake up and you say, do you know what, I'm gonna get up and get a glass of water, and then it goes, do you know what, now I'm gonna get up and go on a walk.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's snowball effect and constantly keep improving.
In
That's
all
a good way to
fairness,
put it, yeah,
the
snowball
last
effect.
2 days I just tried to make sure that I was in the gym. Just
Yeah.
get out, do something, get out fresh air. Went out, bought my dog a new harness so that I could bring her for a walk, just to get out, get fresh
Yeah.
air.
You know like the natural things on the earth, so they would be water,
So
sun, fire,
yeah.
Air.
air, and there's something else. So after I went through the breakup, right, it was just, I'd say 4 to 5 days of pure sadness and pure emptiness and pure like physical pain, mental pain. So that after the 5th day, when I was like, you know, I'm gonna go to the gym, see how it goes. After that, I felt so good. So you're going up like here, yeah,
Yeah.
and then it drops, and then I don't know if you've seen, but outside we have a little like fire pit, yeah,
Yeah.
and you just burn wood in it, and like it's like you're actually sitting around like a campfire, right? And just sitting there, like it was so euphoric. Like I don't know how to explain it. You know what euphoric
Just
means?
chilled out, like
Yeah, like it literally felt like
vibing to it, like
Yeah.
just being there, being like, yeah,
Just a
I
good
can enjoy
experience.
this.
it literally felt like I just sat there, smoked a joint, and felt really good, but without the
The
after
harmful-
effects
Yeah.
and the harmful parts of it. Like, and it was like, yeah, that's what life's all about. Going to the gym, come back like feeling good in yourself, and then sitting around the fire and just. It was like actually like meditating, like that's what it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember we used to have a wood board around the back garden. We just
Yeah,
bored wood nearly every day. I bored the stuff in it. Yeah, it just felt amazing.
it did. Yeah.
That always feels good for some reason. Though.
Yeah. Anyway, you probably should get off. Like I
Yeah.
just had the time to
Get address
vent there,
things,
yeah. I was just trying to get it
But
stuff
no,
off me
there's
chest.
nothing wrong getting shit off your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get it.
Speaking about like workout and the gym and all that, what is like your favourite like workout routine day like to do?
Well, do you mean like favourite like split or like,
Like
for example,
if you're the
back
target,
day
yes,
or
if
arm
you
day
target
or-
something like that, what would your favourite be?
Oh. See, that's changed. That has. It used to be like chest. I'll probably say an arm day now.
Yeah, for me,
But
like
now back day is also really good. Though,
back
as well.
day today was actually good, but arm days lately have just
Oh, yeah.
hit different, especially with
Yeah.
preacher courts.
Oh, stop.
They are
They're the
unreal.
best.
Honest to God, probably one of, if not the best exercise you can do
Yeah.
for your arms.
So, you know me, right?
Yeah.
I joined the gym about 2 years ago. It's near enough,
Yeah, near
exactly
enough,
2
yeah.
years ago, right? And I've been in relationships for the past year and a half straight.
Yeah.
So I've not really been single. And single is when you get your grind on. Like you go
Oh,
to
yeah.
gym every day and you make progress. But because when you're in a relationship, you're like, oh yeah, someone loves me. I don't have to fucking
No,
I don't have to work on myself. So I go through periods where I turn up to the gym for 2 days and I'm like, oh, this is great, and I disappear for months. So if you're asking me what my favourite gym day is, it's leg day, because you know the way like I've stronger legs than what I would have arms.
Oh yeah,
So it's easier for me to do leg day than what it is to do.
an arm day.
So if I'm coming back for like after like a month and you was telling me, oh, it's a leg day today, I'm like, yes. Yeah,
No, I actually
yeah.
think leg days are like, oh, I'll just dread it now.
You don't like leg day.
We may not like it, it's
Yeah.
just something you have to do. Like you just
Yeah.
don't skip the
I love
legs unless you want to have a turkey legs. Then
Oh, you absolutely
You.
love it. You know the calf machine where you do that, like you
I don't
go
even
to-
train calves.
you don't train
They're genetic.
No, you
They're
can't.
genetic. They're genetic.
yeah, like
No,
see
we
these
no,
bad
you
boys?
can't.
Yeah, you got lucky on the genetic draw.
Nah,
Oh,
nah.
No.
Yeah, I fucking love leg day. Leg day's the best.
Sorry, sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Sometimes guys love to squat.
Yeah. Squats
I'm
are
actually
what,
getting
yeah.
used to squats now, so
I had a plan a few months ago, right? That the plan is still very much in action. So, I made a song, right? And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I have a plan. I'm gonna to get this song out there. I'm gonna start posting like content again, but I need like groundbreaking content. Like I need the best of the best. And I looked through all
But
my
this is
old,
riveting content, so it's alright.
yeah. I looked through my old videos and I was like, there's a good one. Video of Anto like in the Astro.
Oh.
He was trying to like, I don't know what you were trying. It wasn't pretty, right? But you basically miskicked the ball about 7 times. And I posted it saying that one mate that can do magical things with a football. And it got like 1 million views last year, and then when I posted it then a year later, trying to like
get that year later type of thing.
trying to get more followers, more viewers, more attention coming to my channel for the song that I'm about to post in the next month or two. And this video got 1.5 million views, I'm pretty sure, something like that. Like it's on 150,000 likes. But the problem I had was when I got all these comments like ripping into Anto, because he at the end of the day, my mates give me permission to post them on my channel when I record us playing football. So when these comments are saying like all sorts of shit about Anto because he's trying to kick a football, I can just go, yeah, right. Have a question. The area that we come from, Ballymun, how do you feel your life has been affected by growing up in Ballymun? But I need to go for a toilet break, so we'll find out after the break.
Oh, we need to just cut that bit in.
Anyway, back to the main question that we asked before the break. And while I was on the break in the toilet, I looked in the mirror and realised I badly need a haircut. I apologise.
Well, there's a razor around it.
So yeah, growing up in Ballymun, like just what's your opinions on that? Like what's your experience? Like do you wish you were born somewhere else, or
There is times where I wish I was born somewhere else, but
Yeah.
overall it's been an alright experience.
Honest to God, yeah, it's like because it's how you valuable life lessons. Like if you see drug deals going on, you keep your nose out of it and move on. Like you don't tell anyone. You keep your mouth shut. You move on.
And obviously, like,
you grow up to
Yeah.
get like decent friends. You learn like that there's certain boundaries you can do, you can't do. Like basically from the part of Dublin that we are in, you grow up to know like the streets much better than what like
I was gonna
posh
say you'd
people
be more
do.
street smart, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you got into a fight, you'd know what to do. Compared if a posh kid, you hit them in the nose, they're like, ow. Like, sorry, that's the worst posh experience, and you can tell because I'm not from fucking there. But anyhow, they're like, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do compared to if someone said, "Hey, us."
But to be fair, we could have had a worse growing up though.
Yeah, like you could
Like,
be.
there is worse places than Ballymun. Is there? Yeah, there is worse
No,
places
no,
than
there
Ballymun.
is,
Yeah, we don't talk
Like,
about those
I
points.
feel like you walk around to the shop, right, and it's like, any
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say growing up, like child and stuff, yeah, it's all grand, but like now it's round.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like.
It got worse as the years went
Yeah.
on, I think.
Especially like when you walk around here, it's like you have the cunts that actually know what they're gonna do.
yeah,
So you see them coming in, you're like, right, out you go. We already know what you're gonna come in and try doing. They're like, no, I actually want to just buy. No, you don't want to buy one thing. You want to stuff your pockets and then try buy one thing.
yeah.
So it's like, no, get out.
But you know, like with me personally, I know like I talk about my experience with substance abuse a lot, but it felt to me it was like I'm never touching anything, and then it gets to the point where I was like, I'm from Ballymun, I'm destined to become a junkie.
No, like,
But then
That's what
yeah,
it seems like.
that's what like people have to.
Or that's what you're brought up believing.
Yeah, you're brought up and like you're just surrounded by, he's a junkie, he's a
dealer,
cokehead,
yeah.
he's this, and it's like I'm from
all negative.
yeah, and it's like I'll just do that. But then obviously I had that. Luckily, early in my life, I had that like switch on, and a lot of that was that like I had a lot going for me, whether it be football or mates on my side or family on my side, like that believed in me to do something with my life rather than just get high, get
Or
drunk,
be a bum.
be a
If
bum.
that's what you
like.
want to call it, yeah.
yeah, like,
I was destined for that myself, and then I was like, no, this isn't right.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I fully believe that no matter where you're from, like even if you're from the back arse of Africa and you have no money, like you can do something about it. Now I know being from Ballymun is nothing compared to being from the back arse of Africa. Like I'm
No,
not saying that, but I'm saying you can do whatever you want in life if you just tunnel vision and you want to do something. You can do it. Do you know what I mean?
example, the favelas in Brazil.
People,
No, it's the amount
footballers
of,
and all.
yeah, amount of cunts that come in, we were absolute balling up the pitch and we're like, oh my god, they're so. They started out playing in their like bare feet on probably small sized pitches in corridors and alleyways,
Yeah, it's
seeing
nice.
people getting shot, drugs dealt left, right, and centre, and it's just like now you're seeing these wonder kids on the field. And you're
See, I
like,
think
what?
Neymar was saying he had to play in shoes that were destroyed now.
Jesus.
Or Ronaldinho be playing on uneven ground.
R9.
Sorry, R9 it was.
R9 uneven ground.
Yeah,
they,
R9.
like playing in the foosball, and the coach saying that he wasn't good enough for like it's futsal, not foosball. Futsal, basically saying that he wasn't good enough. Then he tried out for a Brazilian actual football team, and they thought he was magic.
Yeah.
And we all know how he turned out. Jesus Christ.
Like, I'd just like to touch on the Ballymun thing before we wrap up. Like, whether it's Ballymun or it's, give me another, like,
Dundee.
Tala, Finglas.
No, you mean like another battery?
Another
I thought you
roof.
meant like a.
Ballymun and Dundee.
I thought you meant the Porsche. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so,
I thought you
Tala,
said
Finglas,
English,
Crum,
Ballymun, Coolock, like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Clondalkin.
Yeah, no. It was
rough places that you might think, everyone around me is this, I'm gonna become that. Like,
No, it's
just
like,
know that you don't have to go down that road, and that's like, see when I'm posting saying like about me like recovering or me, I'm doing that because I know that younger me needed someone from around this area to say, look, you don't need drugs or anything like that to be happy or escape your feelings. But there's nobody from Ballymun that is on social media or is a thing. So that's what like I like to be, that person that just says my story. And even though I'm embarrassed at like some of the stuff I done and like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the past, like I'm happy with sharing that because I know that I would have needed someone to say, yeah, look, I became a junkie for a bit, but I recovered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're watching this from Finglas, Coolock, Ballymun, or
any places
fucking
that we've mentioned.
back arse of Africa, or the back arse of Asia, or the fucking Mars or Jupiter, like it doesn't matter where you're from, you can do something with your life. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But
none of those areas are actually bad when you actually go to them. They
Yeah,
don't
like
look as like, oh, there's a shack here, there's a shack there. They actually look really nice.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like, I've been to a few of them, and like even the people I've seen, like, you know, they do the stuff, but they're actually genuine. Like, you actually do feel for them.
But what's like a social norm that you think is ridiculous, but everyone just accepts?
Define social norm.
So like
Everyone basically
everyone
thinks
vaping
it's
or
okay.
something.
Yes, exactly.
That'd be a good example. Everyone just vaping or
Social norm everyone thinks is. Do you know what? Cheating.
Yes.
oh, actually, yeah.
Thing.
That's. I've never cheated, and I don't think I've ever been cheated on. I hope I've never been cheated on. But like, what I'm saying is, everyone just is like. It's like, oh yeah, they cheated, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, they did what? And it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
that's
wow.
normal.
The amount
I'm
of
like,
stories
how's that?
I hear is like, oh, he cheated on her 2 weeks later. No, wait, they're back together. No,
Yeah,
wait, they've
it's
broken up again because he cheated on her again.
Oh.
And it's like,
And
make up
it-
your
it's so
fucking
fucked.
mind.
And like, not just putting your dick inside a girl is cheating, but like,
They're now
Even-
defining it as kissing, like
no, but even small stuff like
texting,
looking at it.
texting
texting
or
other
making a
girls, right?
picture.
and then it's like, away them texting other girls, and it's like,
Oh,
oh no, it was a mistake. I'm not cheating. I didn't do anything. But it's like, if she had have agreed to fucking meet up with you, you would have cheated. So it
Yeah.
is cheating.
Yeah.
Like yeah, cheating. That's definitely.
Even
one.
some girls are that psycho. They even if they're like even if looking in a girl's direction, some of them are like, nah, he's cheating though. Some of them are that bad though.
Have you ever
God, I'm
been?
like a constant
You get what you mean. Kind of like they're like, God.
Probably a bit exaggerating, but like
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Like a girl's like you're just walking right. And
you look at another girl.
You just
you're
like
no.
look at another girl. The way I would look at a random man doesn't mean I want to have sex with him.
Yeah.
It just means that I'm looking like they're another
It's
human
just-
being and I'm looking at them. I'm not saying oh she's lethal. I'm just like looking at another human being and like I'm not saying this has happened to me, but some girls will be like, what you looked at her, and it's like,
Yeah, like what?
cop on, will you?
You just know maybe in the corner. Oh, you just glance.
Yeah,
or something.
it's like,
We all do like a little glance or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
or
I'm not
man.
saying- I never.
especially around the gods now.
I never.
Hold
I
on,
never.
hold on.
I don't know guts. Hashtag no. Oh, that's not even a hashtag. Hashtag no guts.
Hashtag for the gods.
Fuck the guts.
Chaser said
Yes,
stop. The
I
chaser,
will.
the chaser said
No,
stop.
I'm
The chaser said stop. Oh, that's wrong. We pushed it back one step there. That's wrong.
But,
But social norm that I think is normal is for
No, ridiculous. No,
Uh,
you think it's
Titanic-
ridiculous, but everyone just accepts.
Titanics to block men from getting their prettier girls. Like we get your
Oh, the
friends with
fridge
them.
protecting the snacks.
We get you're trying to look for a man.
Oh,
Probably-
she's not into it.
probably
Yeah, you have to cook for
no, realistically, something that's kind of like a norm. Cut that, editor, cut that.
Oh, the amount of cut you're going to do.
I'm a 5 out of 10. I don't need one out of 10 come along and block the fucking 6 out of 10 that I'm trying to talk to.
Oh, Jesus.
let's move on.
Yeah, we have to, we
Before
have
we
to.
get ourselves
So,
concentrated.
another social norm that I don't agree with, right, is the whole like, you know the whole like trauma thing. So the word trauma, people use any bit of like any negatives in their life to go,
Oh,
oh,
that's
no.
trauma.
oh I can't do that. Like I'm traumatized because of because I got fucking given out to by my manager. It's like, come on, they're like,
Oh no, yeah.
like that's a shit example. But people use bad news to be like, oh, I'm traumatized, I need to smoke weed. Oh, I'm traumatized, I need to
It's
sniff
just
a
the
line of
thing, yeah.
coke. I was in a pretty devastating car crash, right? You know that.
Oh yeah.
Like I wasn't in school for ages, and for such a long while after I turned 18 and I can buy a car and all, I was like, oh no, can't drive. I was in a car crash. But then when I fucking copped on and I was like, come on,
It's not as bad as
grow up here. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And now I'm in the process of buying my first car, and it's like, yeah, that trauma that I thought I had, it's just fake. Like, you don't actually have trauma. You're just lazy.
But in all fairness, there
bad
are like
mindset.
genuine like traumas out
There
there.
is genuine
There is,
traumas, 100%. But I mean, people milk it so
Milk,
much.
yeah, it's like
Use it to justify what
Yeah.
how they are now.
Yeah,
you get accused for shoplifting in a shop. They'll milk the shit out of that. When we did say that she was robbing, she tried to accuse us and saying that we weren't doing it. We went back on footage and she was actually doing it. So I was like, and it's like, I know this is different from Trump, but it's like when you get customers to say, I'm never going to shop here again. I'm like,
thank fuck.
I'd be like, no, it's not part of my job to care if you come here again. It's
Yeah.
to care if when you are in here, if you need help, to come ask me or a different staff member.
Yeah.
See, they always say the customer's always right, but
But
they
it's
forget
not.
to say the full thing. The customer's always right in taste, but not logically.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I need a piss.
yeah.
Okay.
Stop swinging on your chair.
Oh, I'm gonna split my head open.
Teachers always have a story, don't they? Oh yeah, he tried to have a wank in class and he nearly killed himself. And it's like, give over.
Don't stop it.
Have you ever tried this one? No.
There you go.
You know that trend where you're in IKEA and they're like bending over the counter and like, have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried snus?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so I did around this time last year. I tried my first ever snus, and it was like the lowest milligram that was in the shop I was buying it in. So everything went great. Like I didn't like, you know, you hear them stories about people getting
Oh,
sick
sore gums and
and
stuff.
people have, like sweating buckets and they're like passing out, and that didn't happen to me the first time, right? And I did it for like a month or two, and then I gave it up. And I went through a phase of like giving up snus by vaping and then giving up vaping by using snus, and then vice versa. I just
Yeah,
went
yeah.
on. But then I stopped doing them both for a while until I went through like a pretty rough time in my life around October, and I was like, that's alright, I'm gonna buy snus. To like, cause you know when they say nicotine is like a stress relief and all. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like some at the time I believed like, oh yeah, this is gonna relieve every problem I have in my life. It doesn't do that. It just like makes it so that the problem is still there, but for a minute you're like, you have a head high and you're like, oh. But I was in work, right? Bought them. I bought the 4 strength of, I think it's Velo.
Yeah, I think you're saying fellow, yeah.
So Velo 4 out of 4 strength, right? So it was like
What's
the
like the proper main brand? Is it Nordic one or something? is it?
Nordic, yeah.
Nordic Spirit.
Yeah, that's
Velo.
what it is, yeah.
I think a Gorilla one or something. I don't
We
know
have
what
a
that
new
is.
one in as well. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah,
Something that starts with C. It's like Celsius or something like that.
yeah.
Like-
But anyway, yeah. So I'm in work, and I put the snus in, right? I'm like just chilling, and then it just hits me, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Like anything I was worried about and stressed about just went. It was like, oh, like me head is just like, it felt lethal. Like it literally felt like crack. I don't know what crack.
No, for me it felt like smoking, that's what it was like.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like it does
Yeah, it
kind
got
of
rid
feel
of
like
like
it's the
appetite
same.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nicotine buzz, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but because I had the 4 out of 4 strength, I know it's nothing compared to like what probably half of you do or whatever, but like this was just like, right, whatever problems I had before I put this nose in my mouth, it's like I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about how my head just felt like I was getting this huge nicotine buzz because I had the fucking strongest of the strongest in that my shop sold. And then out of nowhere, right, I was just like, oh shit, I feel really weak. So I took the snus out, put it in the bin, and I was like, oh shit, I feel really weak. And and I was only an hour into me 8-hour shift, and I was like, I need to take me break, right? I need to take me break, even though I usually wait till 4 or 5 hours into my shift to take me break. I was like, I'm taking me break now. Went out to where I knew this girl who worked in like this coffee place, and like they serve food there. So as I'm going to Subway, they had no ham. Like Subway doesn't have ham. I'm a plain man, so I was like, get fucked. So I went around to this place that serves food, and I know the girl that works there, and I'm standing there and I'm like, oh, just a ham and cheese toasty, right? So as she's making it, I'm like, I'm about to pass out. I'm like, oh shit. And then she looks at me, right, and I'm pale as a ghost, and she goes, are you alright? And I was like, oh, I have to go toilet. So I go to the public toilets in the shopping centre where my shop is, right? And all 3 stalls are locked, yeah?
No.
Oh no.
And I'm saying to myself, there's no chance of making it back to my like staff toilets in my shop, right?
Right.
So I'm standing there and I'm clinging onto the sink and I'm against the wall. I'm literally gonna fall. If I let go of the sink, I'm gonna fall on my head.
Do
Right?
you not use the staff ones that are to the right of it?
I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, the staff ones literally right beside.
The actual ones.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to know back then. But I swear to God, right, I don't know what the fuck the pricks were doing in the stalls, but I was standing there for 5 minutes clinging onto the sink. I was like if I let go, I was gonna fall on my head, and
Slight response kicking in.
I was sweating buckets, right? Like water's dripping down my face. I feel like I'm gonna puke, and like I've lost the will to live. Like I'm literally staring like this, and I'm rocking and shaking like of sweat, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I go out.
So you're pale in that moment as well.
Yeah, I'm pale as a ghost, feel sick, like the whole shebang, like I'm fucked. So I end up going out
I feel
to where the food was, right? And I was like, I don't know what happened to me. Obviously I know what happened, it's the snus, but I can't tell her that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what happened to me, I just don't feel well at all. And she goes, sit down. And now, thanks to her, like, she probably will be watching this, you really helped me. She sat me down, she gave me a chocolate bar for free to get me my sugar levels up. And I was just pale as, like, I was sitting there, I was like that. And I was like, I felt like I was on a fucking crack come down or something. I was just gone off the wall. And then she gave me water and she was like, I'm not letting you go until you feel better. And then eventually I felt better, but like, that didn't stop me doing snus. About a month later I stopped again. And now I'm actually, let me pull up the exact number of days.
That feeling does seem a bit familiar though.
I haven't vaped in 62 days.
62
Jeez, fair play to you.
I haven't done snus in 63 days. So,
Ooh, fair enough.
but I haven't drank in 1 second because Villa.
He's drinking on the job.
No.
Are you having me on?
Listen.
We're gonna have to bring
Calm
up for disciplinaries here.
Don't bring up me work, please. No, because Villa played Bruges in the last 16. I will never get to witness my team in the Champions League ever again. Let me live my life and like
Until next season. At least you're not a Chelsea fan. It's depressing.
You've witnessed your team win the Champions League twice.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just living in the moment, and I'm going to Villa Park next Wednesday. I'm going with my mother because like I don't know. I think that's just like
More.
like a nice thing. Like
Family day.
you know, like when
She does support Villa as well.
when mum, yeah, she supports Villa. Yeah, I love my ma. I hope she's watching this. I love you.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, enough of that gay shit. Sorry.
The word is incest, not gay.
But yeah, so
2 months in a day.
tomorrow will be 9 weeks. I'm off 9 weeks off nicotine. Again, I've had a couple of drinks because, well, I can do what I want. And Aston Villa play tonight, so.
That's when you start getting cigarettes and Jack Daniels in.
I'm officially 60 weeks off the green, which
60
is
weeks. How long is that? 2 years a year.
13 months and 25 days, so nearly 14 months, so a year and 2 months off green. So I think I'm doing pretty well, but
Oh, you are.
yeah, again, drink and green is very. I'm not gonna get into
In
that.
all fairness, I've been blessed enough never to touch
Yeah.
any snus, any vapes, or any weed,
I
or
wouldn't
any
suggest it.
drugs. So,
But it's better to just stay away from it all.
No,
like,
it is.
but I do like the odd gargle. So,
yeah.
Alright then. Just Jack. Yeah, Jägermeister Malcolm.
get the Jaeger bombs going.
No, but I'm just. I say I'm lucky enough that weed didn't like, actually get a grip on me.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, smoke, I was like, yeah, this is actually a nice feeling, but it's not addicting.
See, like,
But
It's
I can understand if you may have like a vape or something, just go bam, bam, bam.
I find that like crazy. Like, did you mind if we talk about that?
Go for it.
Like, you know when you say like you didn't find weed addictive,
Yeah.
but when I had my first like bong, like you were there for that. Obviously.
Oh, almost.
It was like, this is amazing. Like I don't have to stress about anything. Like I'm a person that
No, I
like,
won't lie, the high from that was actually amazing though.
like it's like something like you never felt before. Like I'd never do coke because that
I would
gets a
not,
grip on you, and like I've seen it. I've seen,
I've seen people
people's-
losing bits of their noses now.
not even the physical part, but some people actually lose themselves up here
Yeah.
because of that, and I don't want that to happen.
Oh no.
But I see people that smoke weed all the time, and they come across like they're grand,
They're
they can
alright,
live
but
their
they're not.
life, but they're not. Like they're attached to that high. Like, so when I had that, and I was like, this is great. I don't have to stress about anything forever. Like I can just get high every day
No, yeah.
and never stress about anything. But I find it crazy that you're like, that's like, it's good, but it's not that addictive, and that's just how we have different brains. You know what I mean?
It's been having joints. Joints are, I'm pretty sure, tobacco and weed. Having that,
Yeah.
because obviously I wasn't really into tobacco, but then just having, was it blunts?
Blunts
Yeah,
are the full weed.
blunts,
Yeah.
yeah, having that, I was like, this is alright. Born, I was been smoking and it burns the truth.
Yeah.
I know having a bong as well, I can. But when you're vaping, it's understandable to be like, yeah, I can just do that whenever I want.
Yeah.
That's how I started. I obviously started with like smoking it from blunts and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, like I didn't have to go through the getting the skin, putting it in, rolling it up. I just literally
No, I used to buy pre-roll ones. So just
yeah,
grind it
I
and
get
bam.
that, but like all I did was, because I had it just within reach at all times, grind it up, stick it in the bong, bing, and it's like I literally spent about like 7-8 months of my life high 24/7, and looking back, like the worst time of my life, because I didn't stress for that whole time. But like as I said
shit
earlier in the
going on.
podcast, as a man, you need to have stress and trauma
You need
and
to have
pain.
a character building.
Character building. If you don't have that, what are you?
Weak.
Like, you're weak. Yeah, that's what I was.
You will be.
I was weak, and I'm pretty sure you would admit I lost you for a period of time. Like you were like,
Yeah, especially me. I was like, because I'm against any drugs like that. I
Yeah.
can't. Like, I've seen people, I've had close people been on it, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I do not want to see this happen to my mates. It's like,
and
if I can stop them now, I will
So
do
I had
my
it a
best.
couple of
but-
times before, way before you did, and then
yeah,
well, I did have it with you, and I was like, no, I remember I quit. I was like, I don't need to do this.
yeah,
I think there was a point in time where I wouldn't come down here for like a few months because you started like smoking weed.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
was
actually,
like,
no, there was. Yeah.
like, and I get that, and like, it's with a lot of people, it's not a case of, oh, you better stop doing that now. You have to wait till they realise that for themselves.
yeah, like I couldn't like stop this. I was like,
Yeah.
yous are gonna have to be used, but I would
I
not be.
realised like sooner. Though.
Because I knew if I was to continue going down there, I'd probably end up doing it due to like, what's the word called?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was going to say,
And-
like, I'm guessing you have been peer pressured. I'm
Sure,
pretty sure we all
sure,
have.
we
different
have,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah, but like,
100%, yeah.
how did you deal with that, or how would you deal with that, like, now?
Nowadays, I feel like if someone told me to do something,
You're like, no.
it depends. Like, give me an example.
Drink.
Heroin.
Jesus Christ.
Or if someone offered me a drink, I'd go, yeah, go on. If someone offered me heroin, I'd hit them a dig in the
Jesus, yeah.
Jesus, they're so different levels.
I'm intensely
I was
If
just like,
someone goes, there's a needle.
oh, actually, how about this? Because we were just talking about it. Coke.
Yeah, I was going to say
Someone-
first, but
Someone offered me a line of coke.
or acid or LSD.
I'd say, get that out of my face.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question on the topic, right? Would you ever do mushrooms?
No.
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 Probably not.
See, like I know, like I'm very against like altering your brain, but like I've heard from reliable sources that mushrooms at times can act like, although they're like a class, I don't
They're psychiatric drugs.
Psychedelics.
psychedelics, yeah, but I don't know, like are they class A drugs?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're yeah. That's why, like, when you see on the news, like, this person got raided, and you can see, like, all the drugs laid out. You can see the mushrooms, the coke, the heroin, like, all the fancy tablets that are.
Oh, ecstasy. And all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I heard, well, I'm gonna just be honest with you, I heard it from Joe Weller that like he did a mushroom trip and like it changed his life like for the good. Like it was like
That can, but it can also go the other way.
it can go the other way, but that's why like if someone offered me coke, I'd say get fucked. If someone offered me mushrooms on a good day, I'd be like I don't mean anytime soon. Like I'm kind of working on football and like, trying to just better myself. But like I don't know, maybe one day I would try mushrooms, but like I wouldn't be trying like any like highs or do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like coke or crack or heroin or
Liquid heroin and all that.
yeah, like fuck
Wait,
that
I think
shit.
you're
Tracing the
Ross.
dragon.
I think I'm not saying I will, but like mushrooms would be the only thing I'd be like, oh, I try that just to see. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, just to see what it is.
'Cause
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the hype around it?
yeah, like I'm not even in like I'm trying to escape like me like worries or whatever. Just in a way of like the way people describe it, like you see yourself in the third person and all. It's like that would be.
No, yeah.
Just for.
Yeah, I'm not encouraging doing drugs, kids, but I'm just saying that would be the only
Just
thing
for
I
a
would
quick
consider
moment
doing.
scan.
Oh, no.
What is that?
Hey, Johnny.
On a penguin.
On a pigeon.
Ah, who got the finger in a pigeon?
That's it. I got into reels and the first thing I see is that.
Nice.
But anyhow, speaking of seeing weird things, what is the weirdest shit you have seen? In person, what is
In
the weirdest?
person.
Oh, I can't say that.
The weirdest shit I've seen in person.
I'll tell you a bit weird. I remember me. I think I said the name, Jamie.
Yeah.
Me and him. Well, we went pictures. Me, you, and him. I think we went to see Transformers. And we're walking back up Sanctuary Lane, and we see some like the eyes roll back. We. Oh, what the fuck? I goes, "Hey, do you see that?" He's like, "Yeah." Well, mate, it was like normal. So on that day, eyes roll back. That's why they put it. Literally, all it was white. She just looked out of it. So
Jesus.
that's probably yeah.
The weirdest. I think the weirdest shit for me is probably seeing, basically, two junkies going at it in a tent in town. As
No.
disgusting as it sounds.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Lord.
no.
But going out to get Christmas presents, I looked to my right, and there's a clear tent. And obviously they're on high or something, because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you weren't, you wouldn't be doing it in a clear tent.
A clear tent.
Yeah. Well, it's not like one of those like full. It's like one of those where it has like little windows at the side,
Oh, right.
but it's like the windows are somewhat large enough where you can see in. And the disgusting thing about it wasn't a man and a woman.
Don't tell them.
Nah,
Don't,
jeez. Cool. Turn off the camera.
don't tell me.
Cool. Don't, Anto.
No,
Ah,
no,
There was two dogs.
no. It was a junkie and a junkie. What do you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say there was two
like a
gay
male and male
fellas,
junkie or something.
So the weirdest thing I ever seen, right? I was in Belfast, and some fella came up to me, right? He had his hand behind his back, and he goes to me, "You can't kill a killer."
Oh, no!
I thought I was gonna get stabbed. I swear.
That's in top 5. We were
I literally thought if someone comes up to you like this, right, hand behind their back, like,
They've got
why,
a blade.
why does someone have their hand behind their back? They have a gun or a blade or something. I was shitting myself, right? Because this guy comes up to me, he's on a mad one, right? I was like, geez, this fella's on some sort of drugs or something. He comes up to me like this and he goes, when yous start to miss,
This was something out of a movie.
I don't play, and I'm like, Anto, relax,
I
relax,
wanted to take.
relax, and he goes, you don't kid a kidder.
I was gonna pull out like a plastic knife.
Yeah, a plastic. I was shitting myself from my own life. I was like, if he pulls out a knife, he's getting a dig in the head.
We end up people standing in the shop.
Yeah. Like, I was like, even if he's messing up, I have to punch him around just to teach him that you don't do that.
Oh, stop. Remember we were trying to watch a movie in the little room there?
Oh!
That was impossible.
Yeah.
My arse was getting stung like that. Got done to me
Do
the
you
other night.
remember me and you was like in like the 2 beds here,
Yeah.
and then Anto and Jamie's in the other one,
Yeah.
and then we just see someone crawling through the yard, and we were like, who the fuck is that?
No, that was Anton. No, I swear, to this day, I don't really know the answer. But I don't know, but anyway, I was just trying to go to sleep. I was the last one awake. I was like lying down, closing my eyes, trying to go to sleep. It's dark, it's pitch black. Yous are all obviously out cold.
Yeah.
But I could have sworn I heard knocking on the pod or something.
Oh, that's probably me.
No, you were asleep. We had the door locked, like.
No, like I tend to use my hands at night when I'm asleep.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm not. I'm talking like outside the pod. Like someone's
I
behind
think you
me.
told us that at the time, didn't
Yeah, I
you?
did.
I was wondering why my pants were always creamy.
No, so like we're obviously in the pod like that. Obviously, like someone outside must have like knocked on us and
Yeah,
just
probably.
brushed off or something like that.
In the end, we had to try one of the mattresses.
Yeah.
Because
Cause
things went.
Because somebody.
I think we already talked about that one.
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, you will notice that in a later episode.
But
Yeah, that is.
I think that wraps up today.
Oh yeah.
It will.
Yeah, but
It's been a good one.
I'd just like to add that if anyone is struggling with mental health, that just because of recent events, not just with me, like everyone goes through it, but
Oh yeah.
you can get through it. Like I promise you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And
There is.
I'd just like to say that it's better to have a small group,
They'll have
Oh.
a large.
a small group of people that when I told you I was going through a shit time, you are like right there at my side. That it's better to have a small group like that, like of literally 2 people,
That's
2
a
or
big,
3 people.
unreliable group.
Then
Yeah,
a group of
yeah.
20 that like you're like, I'm going through something, and everyone just looks at you and
But
they're
they
like,
only use you.
Right. Well, I'd like us all thank you all for watching. And one more thing before I go. Hashtag yes to gots.
fuck the
No,
god.
but yeah, it's been a good one, and thanks for watching. We did unravel a lot, and we will be back.
Peace out. Right, Orgy.
1 sec, let me ring up the gots and see if I can get
Fuck
them
the gods.
out. That's what we